Hi, Tanya Curry, Widow to Widow. Widow to Widow, I would like to talk to you guys today, say hello, see how you guys are doing. I would like to, I guess I could do it on this video and just honor and salute my late husband, Stephen Curry. Sunday was his birthday, July 9th. He would have been 54 years old. Steve is his name, was his name, is his name. I don't know. But he's no longer here with us. He's in a better place. And this year, January 12th, made 7 years for me. So we January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So we 7.5 months in on my widow journey. And I want to check in to see how you guys are doing. My intentions were to check in and just have a conversation with you on Sunday, but I just stayed with the Holy Spirit all weekend and just kept quiet until I had a video live in my sisterhood group. If you're part of it, then you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, then you're ready to continue to either do the work that you're doing with the Holy Spirit or begin to do the work with the Holy Spirit. Now is a good time to come in there because he's starting to have me deal with his relationship with us and posting things that's going to strengthen us and give us individually strength with our relationship with him and planting seeds in us that he once planted in that group. So it's a good time to join that group over there. And I had given a word today that the Lord gave me last week, talking about his timing, talking about the Holy Spirit, talking about his relationship with us. And I think we all could benefit from it. Only thing is this channel here, Widow to Widow, is for men and women. The widows, the women who lost their husband, the widower, the man who lost his wife, the Facebook group Sisterhood. I am my sister's keeper, aka Sister to Sister is just for women. I do have For Us movement for both men and women. If you are considered a Black person or brown person in America or throughout the world, that channel is for you. We're talking about building in the families and us as our house and us and our house in our four walls that we live in with either ourselves or with our family and then the community on that channel. So I just want to talk to my widows today and really have a conversation. Hey, why don't we all join our Widow to Widow Facebook group? That's man and woman, and I can talk live there with you guys and make this more interactive. The whole thing with the groups are to sit and talk and have conversation and to see what we're dealing with, if we need prayer in certain areas. I'm here to help you and you can help me. I'm only on my 7.5 year of widowhood journey. There's some of you out here that's been out here longer. There's some things that you can help us with, and there's some things that I can help you all with. There's some things that all of you can help me with. So we are one. So join me on my, I'm going to attach that to this video, the Facebook Widow to Widow, because on here I can't go live yet. And on Facebook in my groups, I like to keep it intimate with these groups so we can talk there. And I will still post the videos here like I'm doing with my sister to sister, and how I explained to them again today that the videos on YouTube is for us and I can post them to the groups from time to time. But what I don't want is our group full of videos. If they're something the Holy Spirit is sending us, that's fine. But I want it to be more encouraging things. And I want to know where you are in your walk with your I don't even know if that's a word, widowhood or not, but I just made it up. I do make up words from time to time. It's me. I would like to know where you are in your journey as a widow or widower. So, and just to see, you know, how you guys, you know, if you have any tips for some of us, if some of us may have some tips for you. So let's all come together and unite while God is doing some amazing things in this world. So today, I want to also share on this video, navigating grief to hope and healing. See, Widow on YouTube right here, this is our healing channel. So we talk about grief and mourning and losing our spouses, but we also make sure we talk about healing. And healing starts in the mind. So we do mind healing stuff for mental health, all kinds. I speak on a lot. The ones that I've struggled with was just PTSD, depression and anxiety, and I've come a long ways. The Lord has helped me through a lot of that. But I do know there are other mental illnesses out here that we're healing from. And that's the way I like to say it. If we're struggling from it, we're healing from it. We're trusting in God that he's healing us. And it all starts there. If we can clear our minds, we could be more of a vessel for God to use. And the adversary knows that. And we still go through our grieving steps as it happens. You don't want to quench that. You want to let that play itself out in your process that it takes for you to heal. You don't want to skip steps, is what I'm trying to say. You know, my prayer was when I first became a widow, because I know some people get stuck, that Lord, I don't get stuck. And I pray that for everyone who view this channel, everyone who doesn't view this channel, any widow or widower out there, that's my prayer for you as well, that you don't get stuck, that you be able to move forward in life and be able to get through your process in the time that God allotted for your process, and not a second longer, meaning that we're not in the way, that we don't hold ourselves up by staying stuck. Grieving and healing is natural, but long as we just don't stay stuck, because we still have a life to live. We're still here, they're not. So therefore, I know, knowing God enough to know that he still has something for us to do. It may not be the end of a relationship with another spouse. You know, for a long time I told God, I think up to a year and a half, he allowed me to say, and then he stopped me, what I wasn't going to do. And I think I know I probably shared this with some of you guys. And I told him I never wanted to get married again, and I definitely was not thinking about any children. And he let me go on. You know, at my age, I'm like, I'm not thinking about no children anyway. And this, that, and the other. And And I just went on and went on and went on. And one day he finally stopped me. He said, are you done? Are you done yet? Because if I send you another husband, you won't have the worries you have. If I open up your wounds and give you a child, you won't have the worries that you have. And because, see, you know, the Lord blessed me, as he always has. I've always desired to have a child that was raised by the mother, its biological mother and father. Although that didn't happen for my child, because I was raised that way. He still had a father in his life, that through my husband, who was his stepfather, but we didn't use that word in our house. To me, that's division. I find myself using it now with my stepdaughter only because that's what she chose to use. So I honor that. But I never used it when we were growing up. And I just want to encourage you all to just trust your process and to stay with God. He will definitely help you through. When I look at myself now today and where I started from asking God every day, why do you keep waking me up? Not that I was suicidal. I just didn't want him to wake me up. I was not going to take my life, but I was hoping and praying he took my life, because the pain was just too great for me, you know, and I had to go through all the necessary steps of healing, of grieving, you know, and I went through them all. I went through the anger, the hurt, all of them, all the steps. And whether I knew I was going through them or not, I went through them. And I knew about it because as a caregiver, I took care of different people who's no longer here. Some people I took care of course, is still here, but there are some people that I took care of as a caregiver that was on their deathbed. And as a family member, I had prayed to God that he used me to be with them, opposed to just a stranger. Or even if they had a stranger coming in the house, I was there, you know. And some of our other families, on and off, we would take turns with one particular aunt I'm thinking about. But my aunt, my mother-in-law, my husband, like those are the ones that come to mind that I was caregivers over that left here. That it was a blessing to do that. It wasn't easy, but it was a blessing to be able to care for them and let them know the family loved them, that they wasn't in this by themselves, and they're in a better place. So let me get to this this devotional, navigating grief to hope and healing. Grief is hard to understand or explain. When I lost my husband, it was like combining sadness and loneliness with anxiety over what tomorrow would bring and